not trying to. You should be working towards 10,000 a month. Before you ever try to step into something, you ain't making over 10 grand a month. You should be investing all your money first into getting some cash flow like that, cause that's where it starts.
So that's how I look at things, homie. So, I lost all my social media money.
Mhm.
I had to figure out a way how to make some more money. I created a website, then monetized another social media platform. Then that's my social media platform. Then I started a podcast channel that'll create something on its own. Then I start creating an atmosphere in a space where I get paid revenue to be interviewed. Every month, minimally, I make $10,000 for an interview. Guaranteed every month, once a month. On top of the other ones I do. So I created a method where, based on what you asked me, I'm gonna give you what I think you're looking for to give you something.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
What's the most money you ever made in a month?
200,000.
You mind sharing how you did it?
I start. So. Let me just say, homie.
You don't want to talk about it?
Well, I got into comedy.
Okay.
And when I got into comedy, I hit the road and branded and market myself where when I got to your town, I was doing comedy, I was getting interviews, promotions, on top of other bookings, which was bringing in front end money. So for nigga 1 month, I was doing 50,000 a week. Nigga, I was giving my manager 10,000 every week in commission fee, on top of paying my publicist some more money, and I was still getting 50.
Damn. So you probably generated a quarter now.
Yeah.
So what was
my biggest mistake was I had a bunch of people around me that didn't know what they were doing, who wasn't professionally supposed to be there. My friends and family.
Of course.
That's my biggest mistake. My friends and family.
So how do you scale and repeat that type of
When you do grocery shopping,
I have to go back.
I'm not gonna buy
to
no
the
bread.
starting line.
I'm just gonna make the bread.
I gotta go back to the starting line. I gotta
We're
start.
gonna make
What
sandwiches.
was it? Was this
We're
20?
gonna make
This was
like loaf of
2 years
bread,
ago.
and then we can get
So we're in
like
2025 or
because
2023.
I want to start learning
So
how to
it
make
was the
a
start
lot
of my
of
comedy
stuff
career.
from home.
I had all my friends and
I'm about to
family.
run a list.
So my
of
first comedy
everything
show was
that
$10,000
I
BT
make from
weekend in
scratch
Atlanta,
and everything.
Uptown Comedy Thing.
And I'm
So,
gonna be buying
Yeah, if you do that, I feel like you'd be healthier.
if I
yeah,
would
and then like
done
there's a
what I
lot of
did
stuff
now
that chemicals,
and
and
trusted
I feel like
where God had took me, rather
feel
than
like,
listening
you
to
know,
my
that would
friends,
help.
because God brought me here.
not having all those damn chemicals.
I didn't
in
get
our
here listening to
food.
him. I went and got
Yeah.
them and brought them here.
So I'm about to
So
run
why
out
the
of
fuck
this
am I listening to
everything.
him? So
And then I'm
Oh.
like, what food is that?
I had just signed with
Oh, yeah.
Eric Young Production, Michael Blackson, the same agency we were. Nigga, I had like a 50 city tour. My friends fucked it up. And I'm thinking, okay, it's like the movies. The agency trying to pull me, they trying to pull me away from my friends and separate me. You know what I'm saying? I made my friend ride or die. And nigga, I fired the agency and quit and kept my friends.
Just don't get them white men in their butt. You know how that shit go.
And and this ain't no white man. This is black man. This a black brother.
Oh yeah.
Just you know what I'm saying. So homie, he just recognized the talent, but the people I brought with me, the arrogance and the ego, they want to pretend like they know. So they in room with me, and all of us are inexperienced and don't have no information, but trying to act like we do. So that turns people off that really know. So when you bring your friends into an industry, a meeting, a business, and you talking to these people, how these people are experts in what they do, you shouldn't be saying nothing.
That's true.
So
you should have brought an expert in the field
homie, listen.
with you.
Listen, homie, I should have never made my friend who come from where I come from, my manager, to come deal with people in the industry. that's the first turnoff to the industry because your friend come trying to play manager, talk on the phone with them, and they play cool at first, but man, your people, they minds and egos change too. Nigga, they making 10,000 a week. They ain't never made it before. So now, nigga, it separated me from my people, homie. And
So like to this day, like
to this day,
it's like
well, because it creates a secret, it creates secret emotion that they have that you don't know they have, because you're more focused on trying to succeed. Don't fumble, don't drop the ball, pay your taxes, don't get caught in no situation. In the process, yeah, you're gonna hurt some feelings. You have to plan, and you done brought them along. They not pushing, you pulling them. They waiting on you to say something rather than seeing where they can fit in with their skill and talent. They just along for the ride, so they become baggage. So when you get frustrated, your disappointment that you don't want to say to them will come out during your frustration. Now it done cause a wedge. They feel some kind of way. They don't want to say nothing because they don't want to lose what maybe you might be giving them. Until they get mad. Then it come out. So nigga, things start to happen. You still have to stay focused on what got us here. They and their feelings. They don't care about making sure the tide get air back up to keep this thing going. Because they in their feelings.
yeah.
And they not reaping what you reaping. So they saying, man, you know what I'm saying? They thinking, I mean, yeah. So that's why the leader, that's why you have to be selfish. And stay committed to what got you.
Ruben.
Because everybody else around you, their emotions, they're not professional in what y'all doing. They're personal.
Yeah.
The professional people understand. Even when y'all get into it and they in feelings, they stay loyal to their job and profession because this is what feeds them.
Right.
The people that's in your personal life are loyal to their emotions, not what feed them. So, nigga, that's why they say you don't mix business with pleasure, because pleasure is emotional, business isn't.
Right.
That's why you don't mix family with business. Family is personal, business ain't. You don't mix the two. Unless you and your partner, that's what a marriage is. Marriage was never meant to be personal. That's why it's a partnership. That's why it's a partnership, nigga. Y'all supposed to create something together. So when two people supposed to build something together, so when y'all get into it, you catch each other cheat, I ain't leaving what we done built for this.
Nigga,
But we all ain't built nothing together.
that's what I was trying to tell nigga. I was like, listen, if you want to stick with your girl,
build
Build somewhere.
nigga.
your ass ain't going nowhere.
Man, she ain't either. So that's why millionaire, that's why nigga. So yeah, I feel like this, I'm hurt. But what I done built is way more than what I feel.
Shit, what? You feel me? So it's like, should I know that being a nigga like that, I done built multiple way figures with my woman. So at the end of the day, but we can talk all day
Yeah,
about
nigga, we done talked, me and you can do
Nah.
we done stood in front of the corner on the store and did this here, nigga.
Come on,
So
that's
to put it on camera and capture it.
Yeah.
This is the part of my brain, homie, that nobody gets to tap into. And nigga,
Yeah.
I can do this till in the morning time.
I
Because
could.
this is enjoyable for me. But nigga, this nigga make me mad when nigga, because I'm about game, nigga. Game applied means
I do hate to see that, and then it be grown ass men, 40-year-old niggas talking to you, trying to create drama. I done seen you walk out of interview because nigga want to just, and then they think because of your size you're gonna be intimidated by them, and you like, nigga, I don't give a hell. I got
Yeah,
that.
so homie, so listen, so I learned watching Dick Gregory. So if I see you a bullshit nigga, I'm gonna bring the theatrics. I might walk out, kick over the table, do all kinds of
Me
shit.
too, yeah.
Because now I'm playing for the viral moments. I know by me doing it, the next person wanna book me. So I do that because I know me doing it right now is gonna he give me 2 more bookings. So you're gonna see 3 interviews I done that through in the last 3 weeks. I done it with the White Boy Steiny, Loon, and somebody else. And then come back and sit down. So I learned how to,
Oh yeah, you did it with Loon.
so I learned how to, if you don't want my intelligence, to give you ignorance and then walk back to intelligence. Cause once I get ignorant, now you want to talk. Oh, come on, let's be a man, let's be a man. Well, if let's be a man, then when you ask me something, let me explain, then you say something. Don't let me talk and then cut me off and switch me out. Cause now we're just going back and forth with it. But if you talk, I mean, you've been doing, I listen.
Yeah.
And I say something, we're having dialogue and conversation. That's refreshing. But if I say something, as soon as I say something you don't agree, you say something, we're debating. I don't debate, nigga. Hoes do.
That's what I said. I ain't
I don't
sit
debate.
here and argue with them.
I
Nigga
don't
like,
debate, nigga.
niggas like, shit, we need a motherfucking debate. I'm like,
Nah,
oh,
y'all
this ain't what the
debate
fuck.
shit. Now, if you pay me to debate, we'll debate like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta let me know it's a debate first off. Like, nigga, yeah, that nigga don't realize the game. Like,
Nah, nigga.
The judge is gonna be lenient because who moved?
No,
That's not true.
not true. The
Okay.
people making AI shit.
That's not a real talk.
Nah,
Have you ever done music together?
No, we never did music yet. We spoke though. Like we spoke after cooperation. Like when I gave Kodak $1 million, I guess NBA YoungBoy and I could tell you this. Act was we were gonna pay when we did the Kodak feature.
Uh-huh.
We already had not saying that Kodak was our second option. We just had the $1 million there to do the video with fume vapes and all that shit. I guess NBA YoungBoy was, I guess he didn't want to be the first person to jump, the gun. But
But you
yeah.
already
Yeah,
know the song
NBA
with Nicki and stuff like that by that time.
Yeah, but you seen the video I showed on Fresh and Fit, when NBA YoungBoy was, he never said that. He was like, yo, 6ix9ine a real nigga.
6ix9ine was going to tell me to tell you he love me. He said he really fucked with you. Man, Shorty a real nigga. Shorty just seen me and greeted me. You hear me? Yeah. But hey, most niggas be scared to come up for what? We some of the coolest niggas you can meet. That nigga seen me and greeted me though, and kept it going. Real nigga.
cause me, you know me, I'm real as it gets. I went up to him, I'm like, what's up? Whatever. But yeah, we don't have something together.
Okay. Would you do a song with him?
Yeah, I'll do some more.
Well, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, I know, you was at his concert, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he would do a song now after I said Mellow Racks. Cause you know Mellow Racks? I don't know if Mellow Racks is like his squeeze.
Okay. Well, that's his artist. She's on tour with him.
Yeah.
So
She got
because
fat ass, right?
I didn't notice. Probably though. I think so actually. Yeah.
That's
Now that
what
I think
yeah.
about it. So because you just Mellow Rocks, that's why you think that you and NBA Youngboy won't.
No, that's me assuming. I don't know.
Okay. But I mean, listen, he has a hell of a fan base, man. It was interesting being at that show, considering how big of an arena it was.
How you feel being around all them YNs?
Felt fine.
Was it ratchet?
Nope.
How many Hellcats did you see in the parking lot?
I don't know, man. We went through the back entrance, you know. I mean, it was cool, man. But I'm used to being in that type of environment, anyways. But it was really interesting to see an artist that size doing a venue that big, and really 95% of the audience was black. Like usually at that level, you get all these white fans and Spanish fans or whatever. Like he really
Yo,
has
I had
his
some
core
white people.
audience.
Listen, you know when NBA Youngboy here, where it's here in Miami, I swear to God, I don't want to out them. I had a couple white people here, right? Caucasian people.
Mhm.
And you know, there was a lot of BBL bandits going to Miami NBA Youngboy concert.
Mhm.
So I'm like telling the white guys, like, yo, you guys gonna go to the fucking NBA Youngboy concert because everybody's going. And you know, people with money of that caliber, you will see in those events, right? They were like, fuck no. And I was like, why? And he was like, nigga, I'm not gonna be around all them YNs, right? These are white people.
The white people saying that?
Yeah, I don't
use
want to
that
out them,
term.
but anyway.
I don't use that term, by the way.
So they said, you know, I said, why, bro? It's like, you know what I mean? It's the Kaseya Center, you know what I mean? It's pretty safe. He's like, hell fucking no, I'm not gonna be there. That shit gets ratchet, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But to your thing, with everybody in the 95%, you will see like everybody being black, you would see like these little white kids that love NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Like where, cause I know a lot of little white kids like NBA Youngboy.
They just don't go to shows.
Cause they scared.
They scared? I guess so.
Bro,
I guess, I mean, when I go to that show, I'm not in the audience.
Bro, do you
like
see
that.
the videos going around TikTok?
There's
like
a few,
of the audience?
fights. Yeah, there's a few fights here
No,
and there.
I'm not about the fights though.
What do you mean?
Just about the rowdiness, like how people like color banging on their chest, like the lyrics. People just scared of.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we went to the Jersey show and there was no incidents at all.
Yeah, but I think it's not about Jersey because people more up north are more like they want to be cool. Like here down south, they give you energy. Like down south, you know what I mean? In New York, Jersey, you know, everybody's going there with their flyest outfit. Everybody's trying to be cool. You know what I mean? But here down south, everything is like fucking turnt. You know what I mean?
Well, you mentioned Kodak Black.
Yeah.
So you guys did a song together.
Yeah.
And he got paid $1 million for
Yeah.
the song. That money didn't come from you or the label. It came from a vape company, right?
Yeah. I can't talk. They sued me.
They sued you.
Yeah. Because I had a listen. This is all I'm gonna say. They're suing me right now. I had a deal with HQD, right? So the person I can't talk about, for me looking out for that person, I got that person a deal with Fume. Fume wanted me to break my deal with HQD, which I said, no, I can't. But if you give it to this person that I can't talk about, you know, I can still help you guys because I will do the marketing through that. You know what I mean? Just to help that person out with not breaking my contract, right? Or thing, because these, you know, it's my vape. Like the dummy vape was with HQD. Fume was like, yo, we'll give you $1 million to break your contract a month. And I'm like, I can't do that. Neil's my friend. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they the ones who gave, you know, for the IRS, all that shit, they're the ones who paid Kodak the $1 million.
Okay. Kodak did the song. Did he diss you originally on the song?
I said, bro, I got a rat giving me G.
No, so I mean, what Wack want? So Wack 100, I wanted to go to the studio, right? But Wack was like, "Yo, if they don't give the money, right? Because one time Kodak, it was supposed to come out way before that. So Kodak literally was like, "Yo, where's the money? Right? Nobody's coming with $1 million cash. This is Fume, right?" So it was like, Fume was paying with a check. He was like, yo, what if they just signed a check? I do the song and the video. Because nobody, put it like this. You look at Kodak, right? And Kodak doesn't look like a person that you, like, took these Fume Jewish guys, right? That you would give $1 million to and then he would just run off on your check, you know what I mean? Like, and just go, like, and not do it. So Whack 100 was the guy, and I don't think Whack minds if we say this, but he ate off that deal too.
Yeah, I'm sure if he helped set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
So
totally
he's
normal.
like, that was a verse he wrote, and the producer, that was a verse he wrote probably 4 to 5 to 6 months before the song actually came out. Fume was like, yo, remember I told you NBA Youngboy was the first option? Not saying that Kodak was the second, it was just that NBA Youngboy didn't want to be the first person to come out. So I guess when the money never cleared, like not cleared, but the payment method wasn't, he wrote that like on some like, oh, like, these niggas gassed me, I was about to do the song with 6ix9ine, and it just didn't happen, didn't fall through. So now when we had Kodak, understand how this happened. When Kodak showed up to Doral when we were shooting the music video, that was the verse. I would have been like, yo, it's gonna be more viral if we just released the verse he already recorded, because the $1 million was there. He couldn't leave, we were not handing over the check till he recorded the video, right? We didn't believe that Kodak was like, how I say, the backline. Remember, even Boosie came at him. What did Boosie say?
What did you initially think when you heard about the song?
It was a bad move, and you know, I feel like Kodak, like me, we stand for something. You know, we stand for something that's different from other people. Pop music didn't make us, but the streets made us. The streets gave us a chance. And it's called selling your soul, bro. Like, money can't make you do everything, bro.
Like, oh, you did a song with this, and then his scapegoat was like, yo, nah, I dissed him. But from the way we spun it was like, oh, remember, the person I can't talk about is how you lose your bitch to a snitch, you know what I mean? And that's the Anuel reference in that song, because he was Anuel's boy. So we just left that version of the verse and put it out, which actually was good because it's at 160 million views on YouTube right now. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, didn't he say in the song, I got a rat giving me cheese?
Yeah, we took that. We took that part out.
Right.
We took just that little part out to spin the hook back.
Okay,
But his producer put that out. You know what I mean? His producer put that out, not knowing if he thought it was gonna go viral. It didn't go viral. It was just like, you know what I mean? He just took that part out.
Okay, did you and Kodak Black continue any level of relationship after that?
Yeah, we were just on the phone. You want me to show it to you?
I believe you.
Yeah, we were just on the phone yesterday.
Okay, so y'all still cool.
Yeah, he was like, I'm trying to get pardoned. So I said, if his lawyer that knows Trump, if he could pardon him, right? He's
Yeah.
pardoning everybody, pardoning
Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne, NBA Youngboy, Kodak.
Yeah.
Who else he pardoning?
I mean, a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get
The
pardoned.
Silk Road guy, I mean,
Who?
the guy who did Silk Road, that was like the dark web where people were like buying like bombs and drugs and human trafficking.
Yeah, what the fuck? So anyway, when
That guy went to prison for like 30 years in Trump pardon.
so when I was on the phone with Kodak yesterday, I was like, yo, bro, like, can you put the word in, like with your lawyer to see? Because it's all about connections, who you know what I mean? And obviously they review your case.
Right.
If I get pardoned, I'm clean, like, you know what I mean? I think you can have even a licensed concealed weapon, no?
Of course, yeah, you're pardoned.
But anyway, if you're fucking doing that to a weapons merchant, remember, like, I don't think, is my case able to get pardoned? Like, I
It's a
just got a
Fed case.
RICO case.
It's a Fed case.
Yeah, Fed case.
Yeah.
So anyway, me and Kodak spoke, and I said, can you help me get pardoned?
Okay. He says he's gonna work on it?
Yeah, well, I think he was just like, happily sedated on some substance.
Well, Lil Tim, who I interviewed at one point, and I actually ran into him at the NBA Youngboy show.
What do you say?
Well, didn't he say that he scammed you for a feature?
Yeah, he said that, but the label sent him the label paid for us to go to them, right? He recorded, but remember, like I said, when we actually got the song, he just won't clear it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he recorded it?
Yeah, there's a fucking, so for the editors, me and Lil Tim in the booth, like, you know, the people in the studio put it out. We just not gonna be able to clear it. You know what I mean? And it just looks like, you know what I mean? Everybody was scared to be the first person. Remember that was around the 2021, 2022 year that we went to Savannah. He recorded the song, we're in the studio. It was a studio in Savannah. There's nothing out there. Literally, like,
Yeah, I've been out there.
okay, so there's
Yeah.
nothing
Not
out
even
there.
Ponderosa.
So we fucking did a studio, and I can even give you the editors fucking the whole surveillance. He recorded the song and everything. It was on the song that I released, Gene, the Go Pick Your Man Up. That's that
It
one.
was about King Von.
It was about King Von.
Yeah.
So, so anyway, he recorded the thing, and then, like, you know what I mean? They're like YNs. They don't have the lawyers. They don't have lawyers. They don't have any of that. And then the label can't monetize it if we don't get a clear.
Yeah.
So you see how before I do this interview, you make me sign something to like,
Oh,
I
so
mean-
you guys didn't have him sign originally before paying him.
yeah. So that was my fuck up, cause I really wanted to have the nigga who killed King Von on the King Von disc.
How much you pay him?
It was like probably like 10 grand.
Okay, it's not a huge
Yeah,
amount.
because it was full. It was a full 20, but he never got the back end because he never signed the shit.
It's not an interview.
But the
though.
label was in communication with his people. So I just showed up, no security, no nothing. You know what I mean? But I guess he never thought it was me, whatever. But you gave me an interview and asked him, be like, yeah, like his people was in communication with the label.
Well, listen, I interviewed Lil Tim. You know, his big interview was the one that I did with him. I mean, ultimately,
Can I ask you how much you paid for that one?
don't remember. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was a fair amount, and it was definitely profitable. So everyone's happy. Like I said, we ran into each other at the Young Boy show, you know, in person for the first time because we did the interview remotely. We shook hands, you know, we chopped it up. We already had each other's numbers, and I was just happy for him, man. I was happy to see him on tour with Young Boy.
Yeah,
and
because
bring him
remember,
out
he
and
was never
everything.
that close to Youngboy. He was always like close to
No, that's
Quando.
Quando's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so, how you feel about that? Like that?
Why can't you stay organized? I've experienced this myself, and it's called chronic impulse control, where you prioritize short-term actions like gaming and social media until it's the end of the workday, and you still haven't gotten anything done. And I've wasted the day prioritizing my short-term pleasures over my long-term goals. So let me show you.
And he's like, every Youngboy picked him up.
It was great. Because Tim didn't really, I mean, he got shitbagged at one point. He got shot.
Yeah, yo, bro, I was literally taking a shower, and when I was watching my interview, instead of it skipping to like the next part, it went to Lil Tim, and it was you with Lil Tim, and he was talking about how he was on the shit back for like 8 months.
Yeah.
And he couldn't eat hard food, so it was so funny that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Like it literally skipped after the 6ix9ine part. It went to Lil Tim killing King Von, and he's like, yo, he'd be still alive if you guys didn't gas him up, right? That's what he said.
Yeah. When you did finally find out that it was King Von who died, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn. If Brian did that stupid shit last night, his ass still would have been alive.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
You
agree.
ever interviewed King Von?
No, we were supposed to actually, and then, you know, he got killed. It was already in process, but, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, though, when I interviewed Tim, I told him he did the right thing. If someone with a reputation like a Von bragging about being a serial killer and then to have all these bodies and so forth, if they jumped on me, I would expect my security to shoot him too.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that if you talk to Von's people, I mean, listen, Von's people try to shoot Tim.
Oh, yo, you know what? Something I found out after, like, we talked about that?
Mhm.
That one of Lil Durk's homies got his head blown off. In that shit.
Yeah.
And
Sleddy,
then-
Sleddy got killed.
No,
Different guy?
one guy. There was a guy that got, like, literally, like, his head indented. He died after.
Yeah, you're talking about Old Block Louie. I interviewed him.
All Block Louis. So
Yeah.
what happened? How he died?
We don't know. It could have been either just complications from the injury or maybe it was a drug overdose, you know, because of the situation. We don't really know. But he died, I think, maybe about a year after
Yeah,
my
I
interview.
found that out literally fucking 3 days ago.
Yeah, he died I think, earlier this year. Like at the top of the year or
Yeah, that's
around that
fucked.
time.
That's fucked.
I mean, I interviewed him, man. I mean, at the end of the day,
look, sometimes you're on opposite sides of situations, like, but at the end of the day, like, this dude, was trying to protect his friend. Ended up getting shot in the head. I think his gun jammed or something like that, ended up getting shot in the head, recovered.
But by a cop.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the cops started shooting.
Yeah.
It was a whole clusterfuck, man. It was just a sad situation all around. I don't think nobody won.
But be honest, who do you think? How many people lost their life that day? 3.
2? No. So Vaughn, Slutty. 2 that I know of. You need to take a check.
Alright, but who's all of that happened for whose fault? That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to realize that shit. You know what I mean?
There'll be 3 people.
His homie will be alive right now. If it wasn't for his homie.
Dead, yeah. So 3 people got killed. I'm not quite sure who the last person is.
I think it was civilian, no?
I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it was almost like a Tupac situation. You go and put your hand on someone, you can sing the song, and then you just...
Oh, yeah. You literally, that's when I was in the shower, you literally was telling Lil Tim that something about the casino fight and that person. Yeah, bro.
It was a similar situation.
Yeah, I watched the shit.
It's a similar situation. When you put your hand on someone, thinking they're not going to do anything, you underestimate that person.
Yeah.
You think they're pussy or whatever else, you find out that's just not true. Same thing, look. Pac was like, yo, I'm the biggest rapper in the world. I got Suge Knight with me. I got all these Bloods. Oh, that dude stole a Death Row chain. Okay, we're going to go stomp him out. And I got all this backup. They're not going to do nothing. These are just some dirty Crips from Compton. They broke, they whatever. Those dudes went and got a gun and found him and killed him. Just underestimated them. That's it. Just underestimated them. And, thinking they're, we out here deep, they're not going to do nothing. They did something.
Let me ask him, because while we're on the topic, didn't you interview Nipsey's brother?
No.
No?
I didn't Nipsey nothing.
All right. But is it like the underestimate? Is that facts? 'Cause I didn't follow the case. I've been talking about it. Did he really call the guy a rat, or he just told him
I
get
think
up out
he
of the...
implied there was some sort of conversation. I interviewed Cowboy, who was right there when it happened.
Okay.
Right? That's one of Nipsey's friends. And it was some sort of conversation asking about this guy snitching. Now, I don't think that he was trying
But he didn't call him. He just told him get him out of here. Get paperwork.
No, I think it was more like, yo, I've heard some rumors about you cooperating, you should get that cleared up or something like that. And, Shitty Cuz was like, oh, no, these dudes just hating on me. Everyone's always hating on me. Because from what I understand, because I interviewed Britt Baby, who was like, Shitty Cuz is like his little homie, right? They've been into a lot of serious situations before. He's like, the snitching thing was just a false rumor. He never actually snitched. So I think it wasn't more so like similar to the King Von situation, because it's not like Nipsey like beat him up in front of everyone.
Just humiliated him.
I think
that's in front of his girl, right?
Possibly, yeah. I think so. And I think it was really more like, I think Nipsey forgot at that moment who he was.
And not only that, he's still in Compton. You know what I mean?
Well, not in Compton, he was South Central.
Oh, South Central.
South Central, yeah. But he was in his, in his area, in front of the stores that he owns and so forth. And I think that he forgot that he's Nipsey Hussle, the superstar rapper, and sort of went back to, I'm Nipsey Hussle, the Roll 60s Crip that I was 15 years ago, and I'm just like relating to people on that level because I'm in my area and I'm surrounded by all my homies and everything else like that. But I remember even when I interviewed Freeway Ricky, he said something really interesting. He said he wished that he had been able to talk to Nipsey to show him how to operate in the hood once you get to a certain level, because you can't be asking people questions like that once you get to a certain point in your life, because they're going to take it very badly and you're not prepared to handle those types of situations anymore because you're at a whole different financial level. And I just think it was just a very bad series of events, but I don't think it's the same as what happened with King Von.
Yeah.
Well, Bad Bunny. I made some comments about him performing at the Super Bowl.
I didn't see that. I just seen a clip on TikTok.
Right.
What'd you say?
What I said was, you know, although I admire Bad Bunny as a big international artist, I don't understand him performing at the Super Bowl because 75% of the Super Bowl audience, no, I'm sorry, 85% of the Super Bowl audience is English speaking. They don't speak Spanish. Now, I can understand Bad Bunny performing at the World Cup. I totally get that. Or let's just say in the soccer
You
final.
just want
in
the
Mexico.
more Americanized halftime show, like.
It's not Americanized. All I'm saying is Bad Bunny is not an English speaker. He doesn't do songs in English.
I understand your take. If you had to choose somebody, who would it be? Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, that hasn't done it, obviously.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Now she turned it down.
I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna get a whole bunch of hate just like.
I got a bunch of
Because the NFL hates Taylor Swift. Like, they try to make her like the fucking.
Well, no,
like,
she got it offered. She turned it down.
No, I know.
Her and Adele got offers. They both turned it down.
Okay.
Those two I thought would be great choices.
No, but she turned it down because everyone hates her in the NFL.
Well, she claims she turned it down because her boyfriend is potentially playing and she doesn't want it to be a conflict. That's what she said on Jimmy Kimmel. I don't fucking know. But my thing is people calling me racist and whatever else. And it's like, yo, can you imagine in the soccer finals in Mexico, they put on an English-speaking artist at the halftime show? It would make no sense.
Yeah, I see your take, but
That's my take. And people are mad at me, and it's like it's all over social media, and radio stations are calling me and everything like that. And I'm like, I don't understand why this is not just obvious, and I don't understand why I'm being called racist for saying that I can't get into music that's spoken in a different language.
yeah, but all right, you remember I was locked up for this. Remember the 2019 Super Bowl show with J-Lo, Shakira?
Right. Bad Bunny
Bad
performed on
Bunny
that.
Bad Bunny did that.
He did a
And they
cameo.
did Spanish music.
Right. But it was mixed in with mostly English music with a little bit of Spanish thrown in. I'm cool with that. But to have it all Spanish?
All right, so what if Bad Bunny comes and brings 6ix9ine and like he performs 2 Spanish songs and just
Listen, if the majority of the music is in English, then I totally get it. Listen, Bad Bunny has a new song on the charts right now. I said, okay, you know something? Let me get off my high horse. Let me listen to it. I heard the song. I didn't understand any of it. It's all Spanish. There's a lot of lyrics. It's not like, you know how sometimes
Are you there for the? You here there for? Because do you go out?
Yeah.
Do they play any Spanish music when you go to the club?
Not the clubs I go to.
No.
No, not really.
They don't play Bad Bunny, nothing.
Not really. Maybe
All right, and
maybe
then-
a song here and there,
I got a
but
perfect
not
thing.
but not the
I got a
whole
perfect
night.
thing.
Like I
If
wouldn't
you're-
go to a
hold on,
Spanish
If you're
club.
with a BBO bandit, if you're with a Latina, right? Long black hair, fat ass Latina, right? Not a fat Latina. She had a Latina with a fat ass,
Right.
Big tits, Colombia, Medellin, right?
The whole night.
The whole 9. And she's like, oh my God, you pick her up. She's like, can I get the aux? And she starts playing Bad Bunny. And she's fucking like, starts rubbing on your chest. You're driving. What's your take on Bad Bunny then?
Listen.
I love this music.
Listen, if Bad Bunny, if Bad Bunny's
fucking
halftime show has a whole bunch of super thick, crazy women shaking ass, I'll probably
That's
watch
what it's
it.
gonna be.
But
That's what it's gonna be.
But I'm saying that musically, like,
We're here for a halftime show, not a halftime soundtrack.
Listen.
Like, we're here for BBO Bandits
Right.
to be all over the fucking
And
house.
if that's what they're saying, then that's cool. If that's their reasoning,
Read between the lines, Black.
okay. I guess if that's
They're
between the
gonna
lines,
fucking
I
have
get it.
fucking-
I get it. But for example, like BTS is a huge group, right? They're Korean. They're South Korean. Imagine BTS performing at the Super Bowl and doing a bunch of Korean songs. In Korean.
I understand.
In Korean. Everyone will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but bro,
And I understand why I'm the racist for saying that.
You know
it's
why?
not racist.
All right. Most of the
Because
girls.
you do both, right?
Yeah, I do both.
I don't listen to your Spanish songs. Okay? I don't.
That's fucked up.
Is it fucked up? I don't speak Spanish. I took a few years in high school. All right? I can understand a few words here and there, but the whole song I don't really know. And I can't, and let me tell you something.
We gotta send you to fucking Medellin and just forget.
I'll
and
change
just
my.
forget.
I've been to Brazil hella times, right?
Nigga, Brazil's not like Brazil's
It's
Portuguese.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is I can appreciate, you know, like the favela funk and all that type of shit.
but I'm not gonna be bumping it because I don't really
So
understand.
you can't get jiggy with the shit. That's basically what you're saying.
My thing is, listen, my name is DJ Vlad for a reason. I'm a real
Yeah, why they call
DJ.
you DJ Vlad?
I had a long DJ career before I started doing Vlad TV. I won mixtape of the year. I won mashup of the year. Like,
So
I
you
have a
never
lot of-
played, hold on. You're the biggest DJ. Did you have
I
any?
wasn't the biggest DJ. I was one of the
Best?
biggest mixtape DJs
Alright,
at one point.
and your mixtape,
I
you
was
never
not
put
playing
out
any
one Spanish song?
no Spanish songs at all.
And you got alright.
None.
Seems pretty rich.
Look, man, at the end of the day, but being a music person that I am, I realize that if you listen to a song and, you know, there's the music and the lyrics, when I listen to a song, I understand the lyrics are just as important as the music, right? So you can appreciate the overall vibe and everything else like that. And it's a song that, you know, this sounds kind of cool, but I can't really love a song unless I understand what the artist is actually saying in the song.
Okay.
That's my thing. And I'm allowed to say that. I don't have to apologize for that. And, you know, if you want to get mad at me, and I remember, like, I got to a whole thing is like, Puerto Ricans are Americans. You know, they vote too. I'm like, well, Puerto Ricans can't vote in the election, actually. In the presidential, no, because it's not a state, it's a colony.
I
Right?
didn't know that.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans cannot vote for the president of the
You don't
United
have
States.
Puerto Rican, right? But I enjoy.
But you're American, though.
Yeah, I'm an American.
So, therefore, you can vote.
Yeah, I can vote.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
But listen to me.
but shout out to Puerto Rico. I get all types of death threats. Oh, when you come to Puerto Rico, we're going to kill you, blah, blah, whatever. Whatever.
You just gotta embrace it, bruh. Because people just want to see you to be like, no. People will tell you, yo, you can't go do this because everybody wants you to come out and say, listen, I want this video, making this video to do a long, big apology video. I shouldn't have said those things about Bad Bunny. Once you give them that, they want, right? If you believe in that, stand on it. That's cool,
I'm
right?
standing on it.
But I'm telling you to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your ears when it comes to Spanish music. 'Cause it's pretty good. You don't gotta understand it. Just it's a vibe. Pass the vibe check.
The whole thing was Steve will do it. What exactly happened? What was it about?
I don't know if he wants me to speak on it. Me and Steve are mad cool now.
Oh, okay.
I could try to FaceTime him right now. He's coming to my house tomorrow. Today's the 24th, 25th.
Okay.
He's coming to my house tomorrow. He flew in from LA to Orlando. He's in Oviedo right now at his house. He's gonna come. We're gonna do a stream here tomorrow at my house. I don't know if he wants me to talk about it. I'm gonna say it, and if you have to cut it out, I'll tell you before you release it.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this. You know Steve got banned off YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That was scary, man. When I saw
Now
that.
listen, you know he got banned off YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You know, I spoke to anybody. I spoke at this time. YouTube is 2021, 2022 when he got up YouTube. 2023, whatever. And from 22 to 23. When he got kicked off YouTube, I made every call I could call. Right? They went to control Steve. Steve was growing at an all-time rate, where he was getting bigger than the program. The program being Nelk, being Full Send.
Yeah.
Remember, they found Steve at a frat party. Nelk came from Canada. They would do like all these frat stops, right? Like these tours where they go to frats, the white boys drinking and shit, like Full Send, right? And Steve was getting too big. When's the first time you heard Steve will do it? Be honest.
We got banned.
He got banned.
Yeah.
But
But I wasn't one of these full send nut boys kind of followers.
yeah, it was only a Steve will do it, right? Steve will do it. Yo, I will go to UFC events, and instead of people screaming, Nelk boy, they will scream, Steve, 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 Steve. Steve was bigger than them, right? Who do you say is the head of Nelk?
No idea.
But you know Steve, right?
Yeah.
The head of Nelk is, what's his name? Carl,
I love it.
no, as a kid, what's that kid? Kyle Forgard. He's the head of Nelk. Look it up. When your laptop. Who is it? Head of Nelk, boys.
I mean,
Kyle.
name, no, there's Kyle.
That's it. That's it. They,
I'm good.
I gotta play my last little game and then.
You
Kyle
see,
Forgard, Jesse,
yeah,
Steven.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The head is Kyle Fogler. So
All
when
right.
Steve was getting bigger than Kyle, they were like, yo,
Alright.
6ix9ine is streaming with him, with Steve every day, part of his YouTube videos, being
I
part
agree.
of all of this. We need to get rid of 6ix9ine. And that's how we fell out. Rumble comes about. Rumble said, yo, 6ix9ine, you gotta be part of all the streams with, you know, with Steve share his shit. That was all fine. You gotta stream, blah, blah. One time, I'm gonna give you an example. Remember when that hurricane hit Fort Myers hard?
Whatever. Whatever.
You gotta embrace it, bruh. Because people just want to see you to be like, no, people will tell you, yo, you can't do this because everybody wants you to come out and say, listen, I want this video, I'm making this video to do a long, big apology video. I should have never said those things about Bad Bunny. Once you give them that, they won, right? If you believe that, that's cool,
I'm
right?
standing on it.
But I'm telling you that open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your ears when it comes to Spanish music because it's pretty good. You don't gotta understand it. Just it's a vibe. Pass the vibe check.
The whole thing with Steve Lillard. What exactly happened? What was it about?
I don't know if he wants me to speak on it. Me and Steve are mad cool now.
Oh, okay.
I could try to FaceTime him right now. He's coming to my house tomorrow. Today's the 24th, 25th.
Okay.
He's coming to my house tomorrow. He flew in from LA to Orlando. He's in Oviedo right now, his house. He's gonna come. We're gonna do a stream here tomorrow at my house. I don't know if he wants me to talk about it. I'm gonna say it, and if you have to cut it out, I'll tell you before you release it.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this. You know Steve got banned off YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That was scary, man. When I saw
Now
that.
listen, you got banned off YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You know, I spoke to anybody. At this time, YouTube is 2021, 2022 when he got the YouTube, 2023, whatever. And from 22 to 23. When he got kicked off YouTube, I made every call I could call, right? They wanted to control Steve. Steve was growing at an all-time rate where he was getting bigger than the program. The program being Nelk, being Full Send.
Yeah.
Remember, they found Steve at a frat party. Nelk came from Canada. They would do like all these frat stops, right? Like these tours where they go to frats, the white boys drinking and shit, like Full Send, right? And Steve was getting too big. When's the first time you heard Steve will do it? Be honest.
When he got banned.
When he got banned.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't one of these full send Nug Boys kind of followers.
yeah, it was only a Steve will do it, right? Steve will do it. Yo, I will go to UFC events, and instead of people screaming Nelk boys, they would scream Steve, 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 Steve. Steve was bigger than them, right? Who do you say is the head of Nelk?
No idea.
But you know Steve, right?
Yeah.
The head of Nelk is what's his name? Carl. No, as a kid. What's that kid? Kyle Forgard. He's the head of Nelk. Look it up on your laptop. Who is it? Head of Nelk, boys.
I mean,
Kyle.
name, remember there's Kyle.
That's it.
There's
You
Kyle
see?
Forgard, Jesse,
Yeah,
Steven, and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The head is Kyle Forgard. So when Steve was getting bigger than Kyle, they were like, yo, 6ix9ine is streaming with Steve every day, part of his YouTube videos, being part of all of this. We need to get rid of 6ix9ine. And that's how we fell out. Rumble comes about. Rumble said, yo, 6ix9ine, you gotta be part of all the streams with, you know, where Steve share his shit. That was all fine. You gotta stream, blah, blah. One time, I'm gonna give you an example. Remember when that hurricane hit Fort Myers hard? Remember?
Yeah.
Steve bought 25 trailers, you know, like trailer park, like thing, and gifted it to family, the most families that was in need, 25 of them.
Wow.
Probably cost him like 40,000 a pop, right?
Mhm.
But like 25 of them. So he's like, Danny, I really need you for this video. I need you to come to Fort Myers. I showed you the map to my house. It's a 4-hour drive straight, right?
Mhm.
And they said, yo, Steve, have Danny send his passport. I don't need a passport to go to Fort Myers. Yeah, we just need to get a screen check because the Red Cross was there. Like, you know, the Army, when there's a big catastrophe, they send the Red Cross, right? They said anybody passing the bridge to get to Fort Myers, or whatever the fuck, right, that highway, needs to get a screen check for, you know, the military, the Red Cross. They lied. They said 600 there past pass the background check because his criminal history. It was bullshit the whole time.
Okay.
So Steve's driver, Nelson, tells me like, yo, basically, da-da-da-da. Like, there was never no background check. There was never this. So that's just an example of how we started to fall apart. So let me explain to you. So now me and Steve have this deal with Rumble, right? And it was hard for me to reach my deliverables and standards with this deal. So when Rumble gives them this deal for me to stream, I can't stream, right? Because I can't be around Steve. I'm not in the videos. We did a whole Favela Brazil video, never came out because we're gonna lose our Happy Dad sponsors, a whole bunch of shit. So they give him this deal and say, yo, 6ix9ine is not meeting his deliverables, and I wasn't because I'm not part of the videos. I'm not part of anything. So now I look like a fucking, like a bad IG model bitch promoting fucking tea tree oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look like, yo, go watch Steve's videos, even though he's my friend. Like, bro, I'm fucking canceling everything I have to do to fly to Brazil with you and get into these favelas, risking my life, and I'm not even in the video. You cut me out. Why? Because all behind his back. Long story short, he says that basically like there was this money, right, or whatever, and I'm like, you know what, Steve? If you feel like I didn't reach my standard of deals, then that's that. So I was going through something in my life that I was just like, you know what, do what you do. That's when he took my daughter to Disney World. Remember that?
Yeah.
When I meet his daughter,
It looks just like it. So
That's what I heard about the whole beef. When you
Okay.
did that. That's when everything kind of.
to this day, have I ever said something bad about Steve that you've seen?
Not that I've seen.
And I always said, the person who says something bad about someone after they fall off with that person is because that's how they felt the entire time. I love Steve. He's a great person. We want to talk about growth, right? With Young Thug and Wax and Lucci, whatever. I'm not mad that Steve took my daughter, you know what I mean? He did it to get back at me, but I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Cause the relationship, you know, that I have with my daughter and not being able to see her because of this person or whatever. But me and Steve never, like, we don't even speak about that, you know what I mean? Because I never felt no ill will to that man.
Well, when we talked last time, when I brought up your biological father, you always just didn't really want to talk about him. You were like, fuck that dude, he walked away and so forth. You have 3 kids, right? I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, you don't spend a lot of time with them. Like, you don't have 50-50 custody or anything else like that at this moment. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Do you feel in a way that you kind of repeated what your dad did to you in terms of you being a father these days?
No, because I'm involved, you know what I mean? Like, with my daughter, you know, everybody knows I'm involved. Like, my mom literally is involved in everything. They just don't want, it's a difference, right? Between what my dad did to me, which completely just standing away, because my mom never denied him visitation, right? Or for us to be with him. You follow me?
Mhm.
That's not the case here, right? For me to see my daughter, I need to be chaperoned on the couch. You know how easy it is to see, yo, let's show you how much of a deadbeat 6ix9ine is, right? Right? Listen to me here. Watch there never be a video of someone from that family, right, using $100, $200, right? Proving a point. Get her on the plane with that baby girl, right? And bring her to my house and say, listen, that's your daughter, take care of her. You know why? Because they know at that moment, their dreams, their money hungry, wanting to have me involved, and guys, why don't they, my address is public, why don't they bring the baby and leave her there and say, yo, listen, here's your daughter. How many times have I requested for my daughter to come here?
Well,
Her birthday is literally in 3 days, 4 days. Her birthday's in 3-4 days. My mom is going to New York because they don't want to celebrate her birthday here.
well, have you ever tried to fight for custody of any of your 3 kids in court? Because
No.
right now you have 0 custody
Yeah, I have 0 custody.
of all 3 kids.
Yeah.
Now you could get 25% custody, you can do every other weekend. There's lots of different choices for fathers who want to be part of their kids' lives,
Yes, of course.
right?
So so when I obviously got into I coexisted, right, with the mother to Soraya all the way till I went to jail, right? When I got out of jail, we tried to coexist through the mom, right? Never with Sarah, nothing. She secretly tried to put me on child support, all this bullshit, right? Where I say money hungry, right? The moment I go to court, right? They go and say they want, and clip this right here, edit this. I want $50,000 a month.
Well,
Listen to me. No, wait, let me finish.
No, I just want to say this. No, before you go on.
Yeah.
You could ask for $1 million a month, but ultimately there's guidelines when it comes to child support based on the father's salary.
That's wrong. I'll tell you why.
No, it's right.
No, that's
How
wrong.
is that wrong?
Judge Grant